The key theme in my life has been that I've done a lot of different things, and I really didn't find what I loved and what I was great at until 3 years ago. And I'm 37 going on 38. So the most important thing I think I want to say to everyone today is, you know, it's okay to not figure it out while you're a junior or senior in college, and it's okay if you don't figure it out till you're 25 or 30 or 35 or 40. Every step along the way is interesting. Every step is available to you for introspection, for learning, for reflection. Everything I've done in my life was training and grooming for me to figure out that I wanted to become an entrepreneur at 35. Every experience I've had in government, in nonprofit, in finance, in corporate America, it all sort of built to this crescendo of now I've got this company and I love it and I love what I do, but it took a long time to figure it out. It is all about you and what you care about and what you love. It's not to please mom and dad. If you get a job offer, I'm shocked to hear, right, that you sort of call mom and dad to, you know, is it okay? Is it a good idea? Is it not? I mean, they're there for guidance and support, but ultimately, I mean, you got to just figure it out on your own and fall and get back up. I have this book and I have this business about training people to be great on the job, right? How can you be uber professional and always sound smart even when you don't feel smart, which was me a lot of the time in corporate America. And there are 4 basic themes, and they are generosity, initiative, forward momentum, and transparency. So generosity, how can you be a generous person at work? People don't often think about generosity as a key business skill, and I would argue it's actually one of the most important. And generosity means giving people credit when they do a good job. It means sharing information readily, making sure your team knows everything that's going on. It means thinking about other people's agendas and schedules ahead of yours. It means going in as that first-year employee and just thinking to yourself, what can I do to make my boss's life better? Being generous is so important. It's all about putting out good karma into the world. Take all of that from Christine, right? It's all about what you have in creating good karma and take it to work. How can I make people look good? And I would argue that almost more important than anything is if you are a generous person at work, it will reap positive rewards. People will want to work with you, they will want to work for you, they will want to promote you. So that's generosity. Initiative is pretty obvious. You're all here because you're smart, you're capable, you've had great experiences, you have great education. But taking initiative is really being strategic about what you want out of life or out of your job and making opportunities happen to come your way. So I talk about something, learning new skills, excelling at something you're good at. The other 2 were forward momentum. Every relationship you guys make, it opens a door. Keep those doors open. The women that you're going to meet here tonight, stay in touch, ask questions, see if you can follow up, reach out to friends and colleagues. Make sure that you have relationships that you can leverage going forward. The reason I started my business was a relationship I had made with someone 7 years earlier. I had no agenda at the time, but it was someone I could call on when I wanted to start my business. And then transparency, it is all about not only sharing information and obviously being ethical and not lying in business, but there's something to be said for if you don't know how to do something, ask for the help you need and get it. If you don't know for the answer to something, don't pretend you do. Tell me you don't know the answer, but you'll go figure it out. You'll go find it. Be transparent. People want to know that you're honest, and there's nothing wrong with not knowing something. You guys are young. You're not supposed to know everything. Just be, you know, I always say if you're asked a question you don't know the answer to, it's here's what I know, here's what I don't know, here's how I'll figure it out. Boom, boom, boom. I don't expect you to know everything. I just want to know that you'll go get the answer. And by the way, show me that you're smart by telling me a few things that are related to what we're talking about. Mentorship is a 2-way relationship. Mentorship is not what can you do for me. Mentorship is I'd love to learn from you and here's what I have to offer. And what you all have to offer is something really powerful and interesting, which is insight into your generation. And so when you're talking to someone in the workforce and you want to learn about their industry, you might say to them, well, I'd be happy to tell you what my friends are doing right now, what we're talking about online, what we're interested in, what I see. Right? That is a huge insight that people in, you know, their 30s and 40s and 50s maybe don't have access to, people of your generation and your age. I heard a really good piece of advice once, which was you should never leave a job until you've learned something and you've contributed something. And I think that's a really interesting way to gauge. You know, I would never throw in the towel after 2 months. I really wouldn't. I think if you have taken a position, you should commit to it. And you should probably give it 6 months to a year of your life, unless it's awful. And you should ask yourself, what am I learning here and what am I contributing? And if I can check both of those boxes off, then I can move forward, and when I talk to the next interviewer or position I'm talking about, I can say, here's what I learned, here's what I contributed, here's what I didn't get out of it that I'm hoping to get.